We had finally made it to New York City. We were excited as we docked Anarita at Liberty Landing Marina. So excited it didn't take long for us to hop the ferry and make our way over to Manhattan for the first time. We first visited the 9/11 Memorial, and after walking around a bit, we soon made our way to the McSorley's Old Ale House, which claims to be the oldest continuously operated saloon in New York City. The only question you need to answer there is, do you want light or dark beer? The next day, after a day of work, we hopped the ferry again in the late afternoon. This time it was warm enough to ride outside on the top deck. We walked around a bit and then took the subway to the Empire State Building.
Hey, hi.
Hi.
Here we are in Times Square.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Can't really see much because it's just our heads. But we're here, we made it. I guess that's
cool.
about it. It's pretty cool. We just finished the Empire State Building.
Yeah.
So it's been amazing. New York's cool.
Yep. We walked by Radio City Music Hall and then over to Rockefeller Center. Every time we went into Manhattan, we sampled pizza slices. We found that Ray's was the best.
Here in Grand Central Station. Take a look around.
Depart for track 112, lower level. 349 train to New Canaan.
We love New York City. We could have wine on Madison Avenue and then coffee in Central Park. And yes, Central Park is just how you see it in the movies. On Halloween, we found a rooftop bar with an amazing view of the Empire State Building. The Empire State Building was dressed for the occasion. Since we didn't have costumes, we found that one of the subway stations helped us out. We went to the New York Comedy Club to see Janeane Garofalo along with other very funny comedians. We then went over to Greenwich Village and saw a show at the Comedy Cellar. It was a very funny night. Going to Manhattan every day would have been quite expensive, so we spent most of our time at the marina. But not to worry, we had the most amazing view of Manhattan right from our dock. We also had 2 restaurants at the marina that also had amazing views, inside and out on a patio. Their food was very tasty, although expensive. So we made some tasty meals on Anna Rita as well. Entertainment in New York can also be expensive, so we kept ourselves busy playing cards, cribbage, doing daily chores, work, and projects. I made a replacement screen for our 4-hatch, and Scott installed our AIS system. One of the patrons of Liberty Landing also had a dog that memorized where Anna Rita was. Romeo would come to greet me when I would walk onto the dock, and I would ask him where my boat was, and he would take me right to her.
Okay, hi. It is November 4th,
Yeah, something like
Sunday. We are still in New York / New Jersey. We are at Liberty Landing. There's the old train station. And there's Nicole.
Hi.
And we're going to do a quick panoramic shot of our view here of Manhattan, which starts right there. And so there's the Empire State Building, which, remember how high that is. And then we zoom through downtown. Oops. Financial district, downtown. And then over to Brooklyn. And there we have it. So what was interesting to me about this view is, relatively speaking, how tall the buildings downtown are, especially the World Trade Center, versus this little tiny building called the Empire State Building. I just found that interesting. And there's a sailboat there. It's going to be us in a few days. We did not get out of here today or yesterday as we wanted. Why is that?
Yeah, the wind is horrendous.
The weather sucks.
It does.
We can't string together more than 17 hours of decent weather.
I mean, it's nice right now, but it doesn't give us enough of a window to actually get down to Atlantic City, so kinda...
Right, so by the time we get down to Atlantic City, and we want to leave an unfamiliar port like New York,
yeah,
and arrive in an unfamiliar port like Atlantic City in daylight, which means we need to leave here during daylight and arrive during daylight. So our arrival would be in the morning tomorrow if we left today, and that means we arrive in the middle of 30-knot winds coming from the east, pushing us into a fighting ebb tide, into a channel in a rainstorm.
Yeah.
So, no, thank you.
Not ideal. No.
So we're gonna wait it out, and it's a gorgeous day today. It's like 60.
Yeah, it's
60 degrees.
60, yeah, about
something.
60. I mean, it's so warm in the sun that it feels like it's 80. I feel like I need to take this sweatshirt off.
It's really nice.
It's pretty nice. And then behind us is...
Let's get a shot. Again, the train station. You know, Statue of Liberty and Ellis Island have been sort of our constant companion here during our stay here. So it's been fun. Anything to add?
No, it's been a good time.
Yeah, excellent. We've been staring at for 2.5 weeks. And goodbye to Jersey. Well, this part of Jersey. Jersey City. Right there. The other city we've been staring at for 2.5 weeks.
Johnny sat alone, it was hard to sleep. Johnny's got problems, but Johnny's got big dreams. He could buy that boat and feel the ocean breeze. No need to stay here on his hands and knees. Johnny, did you think this would be easy? Just because you're back from underground. Johnny, there's a storm above the water. I got that letter saying you're around. That's the summer that Johnny.
We're in Atlantic City. After an exhausting overnight, but awesome that we did our first ocean passage. Well, coastal ocean passage. But we are definitely tired. But we made it, so that's the good news. So we are currently in Atlantic City and gonna explore the city tonight after having a whole day of sleep. We hung out at the Golden Nugget that night. The next day we had breakfast and then took an Uber to the West Marine to buy a new VHF radio, as our very old VHF radio had finally died. Since it was so cold and windy while we were in Atlantic City, we spent our time at the Golden Nugget as it was hooked to our marina. Their food was delicious.
Johnny's been scheming, now he's on his feet. In one hand a needle, in the other his keys. It didn't take too much to take that drive. And when the winds picked up, he never felt more alive. Johnny, did you think this would be easy? Just because you're back from underground. Johnny, there's a storm above the water. I got that letter saying you're around. That's the summer that Johnny drowned. This is the summer that Johnny drowned. Hey Johnny, Johnny John. Guess you should have put that life vest on.
On our way into the marina in Cape May, we ran aground. Within a couple hours, we were able to get ourselves free as the tide came back in. We made it to our slip at South Jersey Marina. Unfortunately, the wind and the rain came and made it impossible to leave for a week. We even helped others who were at anchor come into the marina at night when the winds were so strong it was very uncomfortable to stay at anchor. Fortunately, Cape May is full of tasty drinks, food, and the marina has amazing amenities. Nicole found a salon to get her hair done. And there was a West Marine right down the street where we ordered a dinghy, a new dinghy motor, and purchased a new handheld VHF for the cockpit. The day before we left, we decided to check out downtown Cape May. We went to the Mad Batter for brunch. They have tasty mimosas. We took a walk down to the beach, had a beer, and then grabbed a coffee on our way back to the marina. We really enjoyed our time in Cape May.